there's an aspect of Zebec that really excites me because when I take a look at something like World Mobile, which I actually made a video on not too long ago, we have to consider kind of maybe what the impact this could bring to something like Zebec because allegedly World Mobile is joining forces with Zebec to build ZebecNet, which is a decentralized mobile network powered by World Mobile and designed for the Zebec ecosystem. Again, why does this even excite me? It's because, for instance, if we take a look at, according to Grandview Research, the US mobile value added services market, or should I say size, right, was estimated at around $223 billion in 2024 and projected to reach around $532 billion by 2033. I think that right there is pretty awesome because this kind of already builds on top of, I think, the pretty impressive aspects that we see when it comes to Zebec. Like, for instance, we already know that Zebec is focused on AI-based PayFi. We already know that it's focused on payments, global trade finance. We take a look at the world of education. It's focused on payrolls, right? I mean, it's focused on a bunch of things. So this kind of adds on top of that. So I think it really kind of builds the resume a little bit, if I were to put an analogy on it, when it comes to Zebec. And this is why I feel like even though sometimes people think that Zebec is kind of basically this watered down version of Ripple and Stellar, but then with a Solana aspect, I think it goes beyond that. But again, 10 cents doesn't even seem that unrealistic to me because if I take a look at going to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around 9 billion, around a 22.5x from here. The reason why I think this might not be something too kind of unachievable, maybe, is because Zebec has, again, many things that it's focused on, right? So if let's say one thing that it's focused on doesn't really take off, it can kind of, pivot to other things. It has, several, I think, pathways to maybe doing something good. Like, for instance, let's say AI-based PayFi, for whatever reason, doesn't really have much attention. Okay, maybe payrolls when it comes to Zebec. That could maybe elevate that. Let's say payrolls doesn't work out. Maybe we take a look at something like, again, mobile networks. Who knows? If that doesn't work out, we can take a look at payments, global trade and finance. And we've already kind of seen that formula work with Ripple and Stellar. However, if let's say that even doesn't work out, we take a look at Zebeca's focus on the world of education, right? So it has kind of many pathways to success, maybe hypothetically, if it, let's say, ever even does. But this is all just in a make-believe scenario. But I'm just saying, when I take a look at something like Zebec, I think it's well diversified. I like what I'm seeing, but ultimately speaking, there is one thing that I can do, and that's just stay patient and just hold, and I just wait. That's it. And some people may be thinking, oh, waiting for 10 cents, maybe. Well, again, why not maybe? Because, again, market cap considering current circulating supply around $9 billion, it's not like it has to achieve a market cap of like, 50 billion or 100 billion or something like that. This is like, nothing too maybe outlandish in my perspective. But again, when I see something like XRP not too long ago reach a market cap of around 200 billion, and that's not even like during a fully fledged type of altcoin season, and how this is not even like 5% of that, I just don't see it as such a ridiculous thing, but only time will tell. But whenever that altcoin season does happen, I think it goes beyond me pulling up a price chart, drawing some random triangles, because if I did that, the market's not going to care. It's not going to listen. Who cares, right? The market is not going to pay attention to that. So ultimately speaking, I'm just waiting for a moment of time, and I'm just staying patient, holding, because I'd rather be prepared than not, right? I'd rather have that preparation already kind of set in than not be prepared. If let's say maybe there's a time it wakes up. So again, all I'm doing is staying patient and just waiting. But in the meantime, I do like what I'm seeing when it comes to Zebec overall. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Willie the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.